Good morning, stars. Here we are, final lesson this week on our writing assignment. I want you to take a look over here at what we've been working on. As you know, we've taken a prompt, like a topic for writing, which was right about now, I'm really missing, and we took it through a writing process because that's what writers do. And we definitely did this. We made a plan. That's my plan. You've seen it a bunch of times this week. We wrote a draft, which is where we compose our writing and turn the plan into an actual piece of writing. We definitely spent a lot of time this week looking at our draft and editing it, catching those periods, catching words that we missed, capital letters, all that. And I actually finished my draft yesterday, and I'm going to share that with you. But my main lesson for today is actually revising. Revising is a little different from editing. Revising is when you actually change the draft. We're going to add things to it. We're going to make some parts a bit better. We're going to move the order of some things. It's those types of changes. We started to do a little revising yesterday when we took out some of the words we were using too much and replaced them with different words so that it sounded better. So that's where we are. I want to show you a little bit about revising because I took my draft and I actually typed it up because I have a computer. You don't have to do this. You could actually do your revision on paper, still with pencil or pen, but I did it this way. And I want to show you an example at the beginning of my story with revising. You might remember the beginning of my story, I actually called it Missing You by Mr. Kraft. If we could zoom in. Right about now, I'm really missing pretty much every single kid at my school, Coates, the greatest school in the entire universe. It seems like forever since we had a day together, and I don't want to forget how awesome my kids are. Pretty good opening. Revising means I put some changes, I add some things, trying to make it sound a little better. Check out my revision. Right about now, I'm really missing every single kid at my school, Coates, the greatest school in the entire universe. It's the same so far. I'm lucky enough to be the principal there, so I know a thing or two about the students. Since we've been closed for weeks, it's been too long since we've had a day together, and I don't want to forget how awesome they are. So, draft, revision, I made it a little better. I wanted to explain to my readers that I was the principal so they knew whose point of view this story was from or this writing was from. That's a revision. Now, come on out because you know the rest of the story, but you don't know how I ended my draft. And that's going to really help you figure out and learn about revision. So, you might remember I did that beginning. You saw yesterday my corrections for the part about seeing students visit their old teachers, and we made a rule about it because it was creating a problem. How crazy is that? We did that yesterday, and we edited it too. Now, I finished my first draft by saying this. When I was a kid, my friends and I all hated school. The principal was mean, and we did not hug her. That's why I love Coates so much. This is an awesome place, and the reason it's awesome is because of the people in it, especially the kids. So, hey, I felt pretty good about that ending to my piece of writing, but as I finished up and I thought about how I could make it better, how I wanted to revise, I came up with a couple cool ideas and I liked my final version way better. I want to show you. On my story here, let's get down to the part I just read to you, my final part. Here we go. So remember, I started when I was a kid. Watch for how it sounds different in the new parts that I added when I revised. When I was a kid, my friends and I all hated school. Most teachers were strict or even mean. The lessons were boring, the principal was fearsome, and we certainly did not hug or high-five her. We couldn't wait for dismissal and the freedom from school that it brought. Way better. Let's finish it up. Remember, this is what I wrote for my final paragraph. Look at how it's better here. Coates is extremely different from the school I attended, and the kids make that clear every day. They are positive, smart, hardworking, and empathetic, and they bring out the best in their teachers and me. I imagine that they truly like school. Maybe not every single lesson or assignment, but I bet they feel the love while they're here. This is an amazing and special place because of our kids. And I hope they know how much the teachers and I wish they were here. So that's the revision. And by the way, stars, true story. All right, come on with me. Let's wrap this thing up. Good. So I hope you enjoyed your lessons with me. What you are about to do when this video ends is I hope you take away the lesson on revising, because we spent a lot of time this week on the writing process. I know you know how to plan. I know you know how to draft. I know you know how to edit. Today's about revising. See if you can take what you have, add parts, change parts, move some things around so it sounds better, just like my second draft sounded way better than my first one. Work on revising. If it's finished and it looks good, post a picture of it on Facebook, or you can email it to me, and my email address is right with the posting today. A couple other things this week that we did, and I hope you learned. Don't be a lazy writer like my kid who just wanted to end the story fast. Put some time into it, make it awesome, just like we did this week with our piece of writing. We also focused on using there properly, because this is such a common mistake. You got to know when to use there, or there, and it depends on how you use it. Finally, the big point I wanted to make, stars, is keep writing. Writing is hard work. It's also super awesome and allows you to be creative. You're literally creating a piece of writing into existence. Beginning of this week, that paper your writing's on was nothing. It was a blank slate. You literally brought your writing into existence, and that is a pretty cool thing. Keep it up. I continue to miss you, and you will see more of me soon. Have a great day.